Go. How we doing, everyone? What's going on? Welcome to day 30. A little mishap here in my hotel, but we are at it. We made it. That's what matters. How's everyone doing? Cole, how we doing?
Fantastic. I told everyone you went for a swim outside the boat. Sometimes you get a little lost, but you can go. We made it back.
I think that it summarizes the ship 30 journey perfectly. Right? You never know. You know where you're going to end up, but the journey to actually get to sitting down in the seat was not what I expected this morning, but we made it. So that's what we got going on. My
That's what
mom's
it's all about.
sharing rumors here. What's she saying? Did we let her up? Did she say something?
No, I think it's just one of the amazing essays she's written.
There you go. Of course. So yeah, drop in the chat. How's everyone doing? Day 30. Biggest takeaway. What do we got? I'm yet to hit publish on my day 30, but I'm about an hour out, and that will be my 30th essay. I'm pretty pumped.
There it is. Well, we want to get into the magic of it. I know we want to hear from everybody today, so let's get it rocking.
Let's do it. Okay, a couple quick logistics. If you haven't shared your day 30 essay, go ahead and do that. We put it in the email today. It's on my Twitter profile. You can respond. It's one of the coolest ways to put all of the day 30 essays kind of in one spot. I like to read through them, reflect on it. It's my favorite part of the cohort. It's seeing everyone kind of look back on the last month because it flew by. I don't know, Cole, what do you think? This one was definitely one of the fastest feeling cohorts maybe ever.
The fastest, and I genuinely, I don't say this every time, I think it was our most engaged cohort to date. I really do. I the number of people that were on the live sessions, the number of essays that got shipped, the amount of comments on all the replay things, the engagement in Circle. This was definitely the most engaged cohort to date.
I agree. I think the leaderboard is even thicker as well. And I just switched my mic over to the better
There
one.
we
So you
go.
guys, there
Now
we
we're
go. You guys hear me better? Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So other than that, Captain's Table invitations have hit inboxes. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but hey, we want to keep this ship sailing. We can't wait to start Captain's Table onboarding on Monday, the 19th. We're really looking forward to that. And then as always today, we're going to kind of recap the journey and make sure you keep in touch with all the shippers that you've become friends with over the last 30 days.
Make sure you don't lose touch. It's like when you go to summer camp and then everyone leaves. If anyone remembers summer camp 20 years ago, it's like, oh, I forgot to get that person's AIM address. You got to grab their Twitter handle, right?
That's
you got to
right.
get their email.
Just make a big long list.
Let's take a look at this epic leaderboard. This made me so happy. We got a lot of people that made it to the end here.
Look at that day 30 Hall of Fame shippers leaderboard. Get your screenshots. That's what we're talking about right there. I want to soak on it.
We almost lost the G's. There's four holding it down. Way to be G's.
We had a little extra time for everyone to claim badges throughout the week, so hopefully you did that and you made it on the Hall of Fame shipper board. This is the best slide, right? Because no matter what, if you wrote every single day, if you wrote as many days as you could, whatever ended up happening, the most important thing is that you stuck with the course the entire time. And so if you're on this board, the reason and the way we set up this our badges are, if you completed every single one of these, we compressed an entire years of writing curriculum down into 30 days. And that's where we're at. Look at that.
Dickie, remember 2 sessions ago, we only had 2 Z's left. And then last session, we got 1 more. We're back up to 3. And now we closed it out. We got 4 Z's.
That's what we're talking about.
I love
Let's go.
It.
So get your screenshots. Congratulations to all of our Hall of Fame shippers. Absolutely amazing. You go down in the Ship 30 history books as those who complete the full course from start to finish. You show up every day. It's shippers like you that make it so much for us to run Ship 30. So a big thank you to everyone for just showing up. It's a testament to your consistency, your willingness to learn, your enthusiasm. So Cole and I, we say this every cohort, but the reason it's fun for us to run is this leaderboard right here. The fact that people come in and say, I'm ready to learn. And it's our whole thought on the future of education, right? It's gamified, it's cohort based, it's learning with others. It's, hey, I want to learn a skill. I'm going to show up and give it my all for an entire month. And I'm going to compress what takes a lot of people years potentially into just 30 days. So amazing.
Yep. Amazing. Here's who's sticking around. This is who's hopped aboard the captain's table.
This is awesome. We already have, I think we're up to 100 something captain's table people who've jumped aboard. So make sure you claim your spot. We do limit enrollment for the captain's table after each cohort, just because we want to make sure everyone gets enough attention inside. So we've sent these invitations out. I want to read all the names, so we got so many, but drop in the chat if you've already hopped aboard the captain's table. These hats are going to be coming your way as we build out our physical products. You've got your captain's table banners, amazing stuff. Candace, Noah, Bernard, Heather, Susie, all of that. Great. So captain's table onboarding starting the 19th to keep the momentum going. We give you a nice 1 week break, kind of take a breath. Cole and I are going to take a breath, and then boom, we're right in it. We're doing the next steps. I can't wait for that first captain's table call on Friday. That's probably the 24th. That's going to be a lot of fun. So amazing stuff. So excited to have you guys. Make sure you claim your spot. We don't want you to. Where a lot of people end up after 30 days is this was a sprint. Now I need to take a break, and then I'll be ready for the captain's table. But if we know anything, there's no such thing as the perfect time. And so that's why we keep this momentum going. So if you have any questions, make sure you let us know. But we're ready to get this captain's table cohort kicking off.
Very excited about it. Let's get to the good stuff, because I know this is our favorite session, Dickie, and I want to make sure we get to hear all these awesome stories. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring some people up. We'll have you unmute, and really, it's just beneficial for everyone to hear what your Ship 30 experience was like. Where were you at in the beginning? Where are you at now? What was maybe the biggest gold nugget or something that you took away? How did this experience feel for you? This is always just a really cool session where we get to hear about everyone's experiences, and we want to try and get through as many people as possible. So if we can try and keep the storytelling to, a minute, that would be amazing. We'll try and compress and give everyone a chance to share. But if you'd like to, go ahead, hit the raise hand function. We'll bring you up and unmute. We'd love to hear how your experience was.
We'll say, just to, as much as we love Oscar took the stage when what cohort was that? It was probably April, and he had a nice 20-minute monologue. So we have a 1 minute limit. 1 minute limit on sharing your story, and then we will make sure everyone gets a chance to share. So first one was Liana. Liana, what's going on?
Oh, that's me. I thought like I'll be like number 10 or 20. Okay. So guys, thank you so much. First of all, I cannot tell you like how grateful I am. Every day, just my heart explodes, from gratitude, from all the tips. And, I feel so much better, more confident. And now, I was always outspoken person, but with my friends, I would always say what I think. But online is different, and for the first time, I feel I can be myself, thanks to you and the community. And with tips, it's amazing, I learned so many important, valuable tips how to write, because I'm beginner. So it's challenging for me. So yeah, I'm learning, and I'm sure I'm going to learn more. So thank you so much, guys.
Awesome,
No,
Liana.
thanks for sharing. Congrats on your first viral piece.
It's still going. It's rolling. I never saw numbers like that. Just like I'm seeing now, and it's like, wow, that's what you were talking about. Now I'm experiencing on the last day of the challenge. So I'm so grateful for you as well, because thanks to you, because I wrote the tweet addressing, like from my heart, it was addressing to men, so because I'm passionate about this. So I felt it in my heart, and I was talking to them, your advice. And yeah, it's working, because people, they feel valued and appreciated. So yeah, it does work. You're right.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Congrats. And now don't get too used to the dopamine. It's
No,
gonna come down.
I'm keeping this in mind. Yes. Yes.
What is the tweet, Liana? Something's
can you
going
link
viral
it for everyone?
It's a pinned one. It's a pinned on my profile. I just wrote.
Boom.
Did you see it?
There we go.
Yeah.
Just like that.
We'll keep
Hey,
it
that's
rocking.
the first one.
Anyone who wants to go in and give it a little like or comment, we'll keep the flywheel going. Congrats.
go.
Wait, well
Thank
done.
you so much. I appreciate that.
Awesome. All right, Liana, thanks for sharing. Candace, what's going on?
Hey, Candace.
Hey, this has been like so amazing. I want to not say like too much because I know I could say it a bunch, but it's been when I think about the things that have changed, like there I go. I've been writing forever. I've been published since I was 17. I'm 61, so that's a long time. Do the math. And I have learned more in these 30 days about intention and being lean and focused and receiving feedback and um, playing in a community. I think probably some of my biggest takeaways, both as a learner as well as someone who is producing courses for others, is how to gamify stuff in a way that's really useful. You know, a lot of the gamification is just like bells and whistles, but this has really been practical and like even though it seems silly, it's so not silly. I'm like, where's my name? I want to see my name on the leaderboard. And so I do everything. Like this morning, I wrote 2 essays and got my last badge in like 90 minutes because I was absolutely committed to being on
There
the
we go.
show. You all have done an amazing job, and I can't wait to see what how things are going to grow and change for me in Captain's Table.
Mm.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh,
Candace.
thanks for sharing, Candace. Yeah, you
thanks,
and
thanks for being. Go ahead, Cole.
yeah, Candace has been a first mate too, and I've really enjoyed. You've asked great questions and getting to give you feedback along the way as well. It's been awesome. So just keep writing. This is the beginning. Beginning, not the end.
Mm-hmm. And
Thanks.
I think a good takeaway there is it's never too late to start kind of your digital writing journey, right?
That's right.
Sharing that from 17, 61. That's so awesome to hear, Candace. So thanks so much for sharing that. And again, yep, just the beginning. Excited to have you on the Captain's Table. It's going to be an awesome journey. All right, Andy.
Oh, I have to unmute myself. Hello, guys.
Hey, Andy.
What's going on?
Finally, I got to talk to you. That's amazing. Yeah, I had a lot of things happening this cohort. My crew has been amazing. I think 6 of them are on Captain's Table of 11 to start.
Let's go.
And yeah, I'm really proud of them, and they has been so active and good to have work with. And yeah, I get a little touch actually. Yeah, and of course I'm really grateful for you guys because you got me into this in the beginning, and I have grown so much as a writer. I'm still writing my essays every day. Cole, you like them?
I do.
Often.
I've enjoyed them. Thanks for
Thank you.
continuing to write.
Yeah, and I also write a lot of articles on Medium still. I continue writing my newsletter. I published my 70th issue this coming week. And so, and I got an affiliation for that coming up, actually.
That's amazing.
So that will be exciting. And I'm also finally starting to write my book.
There we go.
So, yeah. I've been doing some ghostwriting during this time also. I have had 6 assignments. So I'm pretty good. I feel very good about everything that's happened. And I grow as a writer also. So thank you very much. It's been amazing. And I will continue write. Count on that.
Please do.
Yeah,
please do. It's been really fun reading your essays and watching your writing continue to grow. So I look forward to reading your book when you finish it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I have a mentor also. David White is mentoring me, so they will be coming forward quickly now, I guess.
Amazing.
So thank you, David, also.
Cool. Awesome, Andy. Thanks for sharing that. And again, thanks for being such an awesome shipper success team and mentor. And shout out to all the mentors. Shout out to everyone who got to engage with their mentors, learn from their mentors. It's one of our favorite parts of the Captain's Table is that you get to come back and help other shippers have as much of a positive experience as you had, kind of play it full circle. You also get to learn your coaching skills. Shout out to Susie. shout out to the alumni admirals for doing such an amazing job putting together our alumni
Susie
mentor
has been
program.
amazing.
Amazing,
Because
amazing job.
yeah.
So awesome stuff.
Thanks, Andy.
Cool. All right, Mohammed.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. It's 1 a.m. in Singapore, but I wouldn't miss these calls. Sorry, 12
Amazing.
a.m. 12 a.m. in Singapore. I first got to know about Ship 30 from Ali Abdal when he took your cohort back in January of last year or the year before. So I've been keeping an eye, but obviously price factor a bit difficult to meet, but I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship. So I'm eternally grateful to the team for that. And digital writing for me is like, I'm planning to launch an education business next year. So this digital writing is probably one of the skills that I need to market my business properly, because short form content and just informational content in general is the way to go now on social media. That's the noise now on social media. So learning about writing frameworks has been immensely helpful. I tried out 131 quite late, but I really did like it. And I'm coming from a writing background. I've been a 3-time essay champion for the British Council Commonwealth essay as well. So it's a way for me to keep in touch with my creative writing roots. This was 10 years ago. So school and life took over, and now I'm in the last year of my university. I did my essays while doing an assignment for university as well. So juggling the time and
Well
making
done.
sure that I ship my essays on time, sometimes at 11:30 p.m. in the night. But hey, you got to ship, right? So
That's right. That's right.
So thank you so much, and I hope to stick around with the community.
Amazing. I'm glad you were able to hop aboard too, and I'm glad you've been part of it. And very excited to see what you do with it. You know, take what you've learned and pay it forward to the next person.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And again, I love hearing these stories. This is by far my favorite call. So I'm ready to stick around and hear as many of these as we can. So thanks for sharing, Mohammed. Awesome. Matthew.
There we go. Hi. Yeah. So I'm Matthew, and so my husband did Ship 30 last year and loved it. But I have pretty severe ADHD, and we have a 4.5-year-old little dude. So like consistency for anything in my life kind of doesn't exist. Some days I forget to brush my teeth. So even just the idea of completing Ship 30 was a little daunting for me, but I did it every day, not always at the same time, just because life happens. But yeah, I mean, just getting it all done was a big enough success for me. But I'm also like, I had a whole bunch of different things I kind of wanted to write about and wasn't sure how to tie them all together. And it's becoming clear how to niche that into something that's unique and still fits all out of my brain so that I can kind of share from different angles along the same line. So super excited about Captain's Table too.
That's an amazing takeaway. If you're there, then congrats. You're ahead of 99% of people in the world. So I'm glad that you feel like you're on the path, and tell your husband thank you. We owe him an affiliate payout for getting you on board. That's amazing.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. We definitely do owe him the affiliate. And so we need more of that. So if you have a loved one that you think would benefit from joining Ship 30, hey, it's always better with loved ones. That's what I know.
That's right.
Having my mom in every cohort is good because she keeps me accountable as well, asking me if I'm writing. So awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Matthew.
Thanks, Matthew.
Okay, Manish.
Just give me a second. Hi, hello everyone. First of all, thanks a lot, Dicky and Cole, for starting this cohort. I used to write back in like years back. I had my own blog and I used to write my thoughts there, but then it just didn't happen after that. And then recently I was so busy with work, I thought I need to start something that I like. And I started following Dicky on Twitter and started getting more and more interested in writing all the threads that you write about how to be better at writing. And writing is something I felt that something I definitely need to be better at my career as well. And I just signed up for SIP 30 for 30. This was the first thing that I did ever for myself. Okay, let me just put something and do something for myself, and it has been amazing. I have published for every day, and I am better at writing. I feel like I have improved a lot, and I think that's the biggest takeaway for me, and getting into that writing habit. And I'm excited for the captain's table as well, so that I can further leverage what I have obtained so far. Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing, Manish. Yeah, that's we all start somewhere, and I'm sure there's a lot of people on this call who started with a blog as well, but hopefully you've been converted and there's a different way forward. So I appreciate that. Glad to have you on board.
Yes, sir. Thanks for sharing that. And it sounds like we got a future digital writer in the background there too. So
That's right.
that's awesome. We'll get them writing here soon. So thanks for sharing that, Manish. Awesome. Greg, what's going on?
Hey, Greg.
What's up, fellas?
How's it going, man?
Happy day 30.
That's right.
Yeah, so just another fantastic cohort. And I would say, for me, a couple of key takeaways. I really focused on building some essays towards one sort of overall master thread concept, so trying to kind of experiment with the thread concept on Twitter. Essays allow you to sort of chock full a thread of information, right? So you can sort of create threads and use essays to kind of build them up. And I had a lot of fun experimenting with that. I think it's a cool idea. I think it's a way to kind of bring a little bit longer form into short form. And so I had a lot of fun this month experimenting with that. And I'm looking forward to, continuing to think about how I can use the essays and build threads through them. I was a mentor this time around. I absolutely loved that. It was excellent getting to meet other writers, especially for me, Web3 writers. And I just have to say, Susie was phenomenal. She's what a resource you all have there on your team, and she was great. And I would say that you're not paying whatever you're paying her, you need to pay her more. And she didn't tell me to say that, but I'm going to say that for her because she's awesome. And then the last thing, I wrote 30 essays or I wrote 10 essays on the greats of comedy. I read Judd Apatow's book, Sick in the Head. Have either one of you ever read this book?
No, I'm going to add it to my list. Is it good?
It's phenomenal. And, I believe comedy writers are some of the best writers on the planet. They're phenomenal. And so this book has all of these like really interesting and intriguing comedy writing tidbits. And so I ended up, writing 8 or 9 essays on it, and it was awesome. But my favorite line was from James L. Brooks. Do you know who James L. Brooks is? You're probably both too young to know who that is. Do you know who that is? He wrote and produced like Terms of Endearment, As Good as It Gets, some of these really, sort of famous movies from back in the day. And he says, I'll tell you the line he says, and then I'll leave you with this. He says, when I'm writing and I go through all this stuff you go through, the one thing I got is it's worth it. Writing is worth it. And I just love that line. I really believe writing is worth it. Everything that we go through, all the imposter syndrome we go through, all of the struggles, all the wanting to quit, all of it that we all go through. I think it's all worth it at the end of the day. And so I love that line. I'll leave you with that. I appreciate you both. I appreciate the cohort. Ship 30. Take care.
Thanks,
Awesome,
Greg. I just bought the book, so I'm gonna read it. And you've had some awesome breakout data points. I feel like you are right on that cusp of figuring out that sweet spot and then being able to really double down. It's been really fun watching your journey. So keep writing because you're right there.
I appreciate that. Write 3, baby. The intersection of Web3 and writing. We're going to, that's the niche I own. I'm the Write 3 guy, Cole.
There we go. All right, there we go. I love it.
Awesome.
Book is in the works. So I'm actually working on that today.
Boom. I love it. Well, when you're ready for a testimonial, DM me.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Thanks,
you guys are
Greg.
great. Yep. Be
Thanks
good.
for all your help too. Amazing. Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Oh. There we go.
Here I am. Hi. How's it, guys? Again, just echoing what everyone else said. Thanks so much for everything. What has surprised me massively is how much personal development I've gone through in the last 30 days. I was thinking I was going to arrive and, hand out presentation tips and everyone was going to go, great, awesome. But I've hit so much resistance in myself around what I want to share, what I don't want to share. What I think I know, what I realize I don't know. And it's been quite remarkable starting to write and then going, oh, I need to do research. And then I don't need to do research and really grappling with what I want to put out and who I want people to know me as. So that's been very surprising and quite remarkable. And I suppose the community's been great in terms of being supportive and really, allowing, I suppose what's amazing is that you encourage everyone to just be themselves online, which is different to many other courses where you're presenting a personal brand that isn't maybe real. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you for that. And thanks for the very cool gamifications. I loved getting badges. That was epic. And I got very upset when I missed 2. I have a reason, but I need to go into that. Not having internet for 10 days on this course, not having internet was certainly things challenging. But yeah, it's been great. Thank you very much. And thanks to my peeps. I have really valued everyone who I've made connections with. So thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing, Karen. Yeah,
Sure.
it's you're not the first person to call out the personal development thing, but also just yeah, I mean, look, a lot of the conventional wisdom is like you need to turn yourself into this like meme touting personal branding machine on the internet, and the reality is that's not the point of the internet. The point of the internet is scaling this right here. So I'm really glad that was your takeaway. Then mission accomplished. That's great.
Thanks. And I also think, I set myself the 30 days and it was quite interesting. I walked part of the Spanish Camino in 2018. And as I got closer to the end of that, I was like, oh, I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. And this almost felt the same way.
Yeah.
I was like, if I don't write an essay, then I only hit 29, then it won't finish. Not quite how it works, but that's what I hope for. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it and appreciate both of you and Dickie's mom.
And Dickie's
There
mom.
we go.
Glad you were on board, Karen. Thanks for sharing.
Have to shout out my mom. Thanks for that. She's probably overwhelming with a big grin right now. So thanks for doing that too. But thanks for sharing all that, Karen. And I think 100%. We hear it every single cohort. It's like, I had no clue that writing every day would impact every single other area of my life. And I say it to everyone. It's if you want to grow personally, you should write every day, because you are going to face every emotional and even physical challenge that comes with putting yourself in the position to put words on a page every single day. It's going to change your habits. It's going to change your mindset. It's going to change your confidence. It's, I think, the most powerful forcing function to change as a person. And I felt it firsthand. So totally agree on all those points. All right, Cody.
All right, guys. Well, I just want to say thank you for an incredible program that you put together. I feel like it was very artfully done. And there's a quote about product. It doesn't matter how many times I have to click, as long as each click is a mindless, unambiguous choice. And I feel like one of the really great things that you've done in this program is you've taken so many excuses away. And so it's like the path of least resistance is to just do it. And the habit that has come from this is something that I want to continue doing. Like, I don't want to miss. Like, for infinity, I want to write every day. I feel like it's helped me with my thinking, with confidence, putting ideas out there in general has really been fantastic. And I just want to say that I love what you guys have done with TypeShare. I feel like it's such a cool product. it solves such an important problem for people who want to write online, want to have all of their stuff housed somewhere. And I really look forward to seeing where you can take it and all the different things with analytics. It's just I'm very grateful to be a part of the program and look forward to continuing the journey.
Thanks for sharing, Cody. It's funny you say that. I vividly remember a conversation Dickie and I had maybe like 3 months ago. We were working together and we were literally listing out like, what are all the things that someone could possibly use as an excuse not to do the thing that we know they need to do. And yeah, you're totally right. It's like, that's the whole game, is how do you remove every possible excuse so that the path of least resistance is to just do it. Right. I love that's a really great way of articulating it. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. And it was our focus this entire summer. So Cole and I started working in person just 3 months ago. We sat down at the beginning of the summer and said, how can we, Ship 30's been great, but we know it can be better. We know we can do 5 or 6 more things, and the template pack, the course guide, all of these things that we think just melt away every single possible excuse, and you just sit down and write. And we're getting there. We still got more to go, and so we're always going to be improving. But thanks for sharing that, Cody, because it means a lot as we continue to try to improve this thing.
Well, absolutely. I mean it sincerely, and I've worked on a lot of products. I know what that process is like. So desperately wanting people to engage with your product with the level of intentionality that you put into building it. And it's really hard to get that to be a one-to-one connection, but you guys are on a great path. And I absolutely want to recommend this experience to as many people that I know as possible, because I feel like it'll be as transformative for them as it has been for me.
Very cool.
Awesome.
We appreciate that a lot, Cody. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, Cody. Danny, what's going on?
Danny, what's up?
What's up, y'all? My name's Danny. I joined Ship 30 because I have a perfectionism problem in my life, and I needed to just get over my personal insecurities about putting my thoughts on the internet. Some wins. I started out with like 140 LinkedIn followers, and I have 1,900 followers now.
Boom.
And I've had about 5 or 6 posts go viral around the 50,000 impression mark.
There you go.
But yeah, I think the biggest benefit for me was the community. I've met so many awesome people on here. We connect all of the time. Shout out to Brian. We've been kind of buddying up throughout the entire cohort. It's been super, super cool. And then not only that, but on my LinkedIn, through my content, I've met so many people on Zoom. Someone took one of my posts and put it in a workshop that they were doing on pricing strategy, which I just talked about learning. And so, yeah, I can't wait to work on all the other things on the captain's table, and I look forward to what that brings. So thank y'all so much, and super appreciate all the effort y'all put into this.
Epic. Congrats on, that's a lot of growth. That's really exciting. You should definitely be proud of yourself. And as a fellow perfectionist talking to another perfectionist, that's no easy feat. So you should be really proud of that. It's awesome.
Yeah, and Danny, I appreciate you jumping in the yacht as well. We're excited to kind of get you through some of our more advanced stuff and take that LinkedIn engagement and really build something special around it. So very exciting times ahead. Very exciting.
Yeah. Day 10 through day 20, that's when you know what you're made of.
That's
those
right.
middle 10
That's
days.
right. That's right.
That's right. We should put that somewhere. Yeah. It's where we separate the swimmers from the sinkers, I guess. I don't know. We do everything we can to get everyone through day 10 to 20, but you kind of make the decision on your own. You say, is this something I'm going to stick with and show up for and continue to do? Or is it something that I'm okay, that I'm glad I gave it a try? So shout out to you for sticking with it. And you saw all the benefits start to compound by the end, right? That's the whole point. That's why we stress it's not going to show up immediately, but you just got to stick with it, and things will take care of themselves after that. Awesome.
Well done. Thanks for sharing, Danny.
Noah, what's going on, man?
What's up, Noah?
Hey everyone. Just want to thanks Dickie and Cole and all the team for a great cohort. Wasn't able to attend all the live sessions, but the ones I did met some great people and learned some stuff I never would have thought I learned. And yesterday I was at a football game with 100,000 people, and it's crazy just to think what that image looks like. You never know who's going to read your essays or writings. So I was thinking about that, and one of the biggest takeaways I had was growing in public. I've been on Twitter for a while, just mostly observing people and kind of seeing what they have and not really publishing anything myself. So it's kind of cool to emulate some of those people I've looked up to, and actually had Chris Powers from the real estate Twitter respond to one of my posts. So that made my Sunday night about 2 weeks ago. So pretty cool. Nice. My essays were all over the place. I think I'm pretty honed in on my niche, and I'm looking forward to the captain's table. So thank you.
Cool. What if you've got that clarity, what niche are you playing with right now?
I think like recent college grads trying to start their career in whatever that is, and starting in the real world, because I'm a recent college graduate, so I want to help those.
There you go.
Trying to find it.
That's the 2-year test in action, man.
Yeah, if you do nothing, I mean, you got a lot of problems when you recently graduate college and you got to figure your whole life out. You got a laundry list of problems, so you have more than enough to work with there.
You literally, if you're me, you have a laundry list, because I've had to do my own laundry when I graduated college. So that's fun. Yeah,
that's
awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Noah.
Thanks, Noah. Excited to see how else it develops and continues in time. It's gonna be awesome.
Cool. Curtis, what's going on?
Curtis, hey.
Hey guys. Hey, I just wanted to first of all, I just want to say how appreciative I am that you guys made it possible that I'd even be a part of this. I mean, this has been it's been just so powerful. I think the constraint of the kind of having to fit it on that little image, where it didn't go over, and I'm very much a person who I want to cross my T's. I want to dot my I's. I'm like, okay, if I share this, it's going to create more questions than it answers, and it's just this mess. And for me, that's been a big, big, big barrier, because I'm like, just getting started when I know I'm still holding back. I'll have to admit, I'm still holding back pretty significantly. You might even be able to tell this in my communications here. There's things I plan to share that are reasonably controversial in the future, but I mean, how do you even begin that when it creates this avalanche of questions, some of which you haven't even thought of yet? And so all of that's just created so many barriers for me in getting started. And this ship 30 for 30 thing is just have to be enforced. Okay, I got to say something, and it doesn't, it's caused me to recognize.
Yeah,
it's caused me to recognize how many internal fears, and quite frankly, I'm writing on Bible, practical spirituality, prayer, but quite frankly, lack of faith, lack of trust, fear of being wrong, and just all kinds of just stuff that's dark garbage in me that's restraining me from doing what I feel called to do. And it's all just a bunch of personal garbage, a lot of it. And just the forcing function of ship 30 for 30 has caused me to face that in ways that I was previously burying under personal, unpublished, kind of moving towards something to come, as opposed to writing in public and thinking in public and getting things out there. And I'm very, very, very thankful to you guys. I'm very appreciative.
Oh, well, you nailed it. You are on the journey. It's all we all get in our own way, and now you've confronted that you're getting in your own way. So now you can do something about the fact that you've been getting in your own way, right? That's the whole idea. So that's amazing, Curtis. I appreciate you sharing that. I know it's not always easy to be able to acknowledge that. So I really appreciate that. And thanks for being part of Ship 30.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Curtis. Really appreciate it. Martine,
good to see you.
Hello, hi Dickie, hi Cole, hi everyone. I just wanted to share, this is my third time round doing Ship 30 and 30 days done, no problem at all. So I'm
Spoken like a true legend.
I know, right? And in the first two times that I did it, I kind of honed my niche down to well-being driven productivity. But this time around, I had my essays that did really well were concerning systems, because I'm a complete systems nerd. And also I had one that went pretty well, like a little bit viral, about sort of 22,000 impressions. And that was about me sort of explaining how I got an autism diagnosis last year at the age of 43. So I've kind of sussed out that perhaps my niche is well-being driven productivity systems for people who aren't neurodivergent or think they might be. So that's been a bit of a breakthrough for me.
That is what we're talking about. That like so insanely specific that people go, what? That is where the sweet, and what's funny is that is exactly my fiance as well.
Oh, wow, how cool.
And yeah, now I'm like, you say that, and immediately first reader, I'm like, oh, I got to go tell her. She's got to read your stuff, right? So amazing.
Well, thank you both. It's been really good. I'm in the captain's table already, but I'm hanging around and hoping to do some really cool things. So thank you, everyone.
Very cool.
And I think it's worth recognizing that this took 3 or 4 cohorts of experimentation, where first it was what, and then it was who, and now I bet it turns into so that, like, what is it going to unlock for them that when they have these well-being driven productivity systems, these 7 or 8 parts of their life are improving, and how those all get connected, right? So this isn't something that if 10 days in, it's like, I don't know what my niche is or all this. This is a long-term game. And I love that specificity, because there is a small group of people on earth that is way larger than you might think that are going to read that and say, where has this been my entire life?
Yes.
And that is what you are looking for when you are writing. You want people to literally say, I cannot believe that I've gone my whole life without access to someone who is putting those thoughts and having those conversations that I'm having in my own head onto paper. So that's very, very, very exciting. So congrats, Martine. Keep it up. And I bet at the end of next cohort, when we have this call, you'll hop back up here with more big wins, more good news. So let's just let's keep that one in mind.
That's right. Thanks, Martine.
Awesome. Andy, what's going on?
Hey everybody, this is a great session. So I think I might have said before, I was quite on the fence about signing up and putting it off, and then I just thought, go for it and see what happened. And then I did it, and then I became really daunted about the idea of posting every day for 30 days, because I've done the odd post here and there. But I think the whole setup has just been great, and especially the atomic essays. And I think that I really loved the comment that someone said earlier about the path of least resistance is to just do it, and it's really felt that way, and it's really felt harder to not post something than to write something and put it out there. But I did just want to say I've just been completely blown away by absolutely everything in the course. I mean, the live sessions have been fantastic, the materials, the setup is brilliant, but the thing that's really made it for me is just how incredible and awesome the community has been. I've spoken to a couple of people about the feeling of, I've never been on Twitter, and this scary thing about putting things out into this wild west of Twitter, but it's not felt that way. It's felt really safe, and just the support and the, I don't know, the camaraderie of everybody involved in this has just been, probably has been just the standout thing for me. To the point, and I think when people say it's kind of, it's really important to find your tribe, and it really feels like that in this process. I think that even though we're all writing on kind of really different topics, I just felt so connected to everybody. And to think that I've not met anybody in person at all, we're all spread across the world. or meeting online, and it's just been incredible. So I just want to say as well, thank you to everybody. And thanks, Dickie, Cole, and the team, because I really believe you just created something that's really special and really magical. And I'm kind of sad that the 30 days are coming to the end, but I'm really excited at joining the captain's table, and I can't wait to keep going. So thank you.
Epic. Andy, really appreciate you sharing that. To be honest, I continue to feel the same way. Like, I think we hear that all the time, and people go, this community is so unique and rare and kind and supportive and all of these things. And I feel the same way. And I'm not really sure how it happened, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think Dickie or I really know. It just, there's just this like gravitational pull. And it feels like everyone who joins Ship 30 just has this same DNA strand. And it's awesome. It's really, really cool to see so many friendships and relationships start in here. So thanks for being part of it. And thanks for being part of that community that you value, because I'm sure other people feel the same way, getting to read your work and interact with you too.
Yeah, I think it's something special about when you put a large group of people who all have the same goals but have diverse backgrounds. It's a rare place. And we say that on the kickoff call. Ship 30 is a rare spot where you have access to other people with the same goals, which in the real world is pretty difficult to find for a lot of people. And then to get the diverse set of interests and backgrounds and perspectives that come with that just creates such a rich, diverse group. So really thank you. Thanks for sharing that.
Thanks, Andy. Look forward to seeing you in the captain's table.
That's right. That's right. Awesome.
Ted,
Ted,
what's going
on?
Hey, what's going up? What's happening, guys? Just want to say thank you so much for putting together such an incredible experience. I did a writing course previously, just maybe a month ago, and it was nothing like what you put together. And the only reason I did that one was because I was so excited about your course. I was like, oh, I got to do something in the meantime. It turned out to be kind of a mistake after having such a great experience with you guys. But my big takeaway is I've been in health and fitness for 23 years. I've got a lot of experience, worked with like Robert Downey Jr., for example. That's something that hasn't quite made it to an atomic essay. I've worked with Richard Branson and, a bunch of other crazy experiences being a personal trainer in Miami Beach. And I feel like your structure and your guidance, support, and especially the community, it's really helped me to start to unpack things. And man, I have a coaching business for entrepreneurs, body transformation coaching business for entrepreneurs, and I've been a bit stuck with my content, and you guys just helped me take it up to another level. So just wanted to say that, and thank you so much. And I just joined the captain's table too.
Let's go. Epic.
Let's do it.
Epic. Ted, first of all, I swear if you don't start writing atomic essays telling these stories, you're going to get some DMs from me going, what's going on? You got to do it. You got to do it. And you're in, are you in Miami Beach?
I'm from Miami. I'm currently in Lisbon, and I've been doing the nomad thing for the past like 4 years. But yeah, you're in my hometown right now. So
all right,
I'll
when
be
you're back in
soon.
Miami, we'll do.
Yeah,
a
when
Miami
you're back, we'll have
meetup
to get
or
a training
something.
session.
Yeah,
absolutely. Let's
Awesome.
get it in.
You can put me and Cole through the ringer. That'll be
That's
awesome.
right.
That'll be awesome. Cool. Thanks for sharing that, Ted.
Thanks
And
for
welcome
sharing,
aboard.
Ted.
Excited to kick things off. Justine, what's going on?
Just wanted to say thank you guys. From the bottom of my heart, honestly, like this program has been honestly transformational. I never thought in a million years that I'd be sharing online. I have in the past, but it was like, a blog that I never shared with anybody else. And yeah, there are moments, so I purchased the course impulsively. I just saw it one day and I was like, I need to do that. And then I was like, oh my God, can I actually do that? You know what I mean? And even like a week before the course, I was like, I'm not ready. Maybe I should tell them, like, can I move into the next cohort? And then I was like, no, you're going to do it. You're just going to figure it out. And yeah, and I guess my takeaway is that you just have to start for things to unfold. In fact, one of the shippers posted an essay about that, about a quote from Rumi. Lip posted that essay, if some of you remember. And the title was, "As you start to walk on the way appears." And that's just stuck with me so much. I mean, I still have a lot to learn and refine my niche and all that stuff, but for years I've just been crippled with, not knowing what to do, not knowing that what I need to do is start and figure it out along the way. And this just gave me the framework, the tools, the templates, everything I needed to just set those excuses aside, dedicate a few minutes and just get it done and collect data as I go along, So happy for the community, happy for you guys. I'm so happy to be on Captain's Table and looking forward to, continuing on.
Epic.
I
Thanks for
really
sharing
like that quote.
Yeah.
What was it? Can you say it again?
As you start to walk on the way appears. And it's by Rumi. Yeah.
Rumi's great. If anyone
I
has
never heard of him before Ship 30, so it was great to, there's so many things learned, not just from the program, but from everyone in the program. My God. Amazing.
That's the other really cool thing, is because you're surrounded by so many different types of people with so many different perspectives and so many different areas of expertise, and people are knowledgeable about all these different things that you would never wake up in the morning and think, this is what I want to learn about today. You're just surrounded by all this knowledge. It's very cool. I'm very happy you were part of it, Justine. I'm glad you got so much out of it.
Thanks, guys.
Only the beginning too. Excited to keep going.
See you in the captain's table.
That's right. Tegan, what's going on?
Hey, Tegan.
Hi. Thank you so much. I feel like I've learned so much from Cole and Dickie, from your materials even before joining Ship 30. I was reading all the ebooks and everything and learned so much, and I'm really glad I did Ship 30. I've been writing online for a long time, maybe 10 years, but I had my own blog and I would write these massive long essays, once every few months. And yeah, kind of very obvious to me why that wasn't getting the traction that I wanted it to now. And it kind of fizzled out as well. So in the last couple of years, I barely wrote anything. Oh, thank you so much, Andy. So I wanted to get writing again, and the idea of writing and publishing every day for 30 days was absurd and terrifying to me, basically. But I did 30 for 30, and I've never even shipped 2 days in a row before this. So 30 days was was pretty amazing. And I really found it did get a lot easier. At the beginning, it was kind of the momentum, and then around the second week, I found it really quite hard, and I was counting down the days. But then after that, after I got through that bit, I was just in the role and in the habit of doing it. And I even went away on 2 work trips during that time, and I got a bit behind on the live sessions and badges and stuff, but I kept writing even when I was away, which I was very proud of.
That's hard.
Yeah, because I was outside of my I didn't have my sacred hours or my little routine or anything, but kept that going. And yeah, I've been really happy and surprised and touched by the response I've got from my writing. Thank you so much to the people in Ship 30 that have read my writing and given me comments and stuff. It means so much to me. And I wanted to write about climate issues and coming to it from a communications perspective, which is my background. And I did think that it would be too niche, or people would not want to engage with that kind of topic, but I've been really impressed with, and really happy with how people have responded.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's given me clarity and also confidence doing this. So thank you guys, and thanks everyone for this experience. Like other people have said, the community is amazing, and like the way this course is set up and the way it's facilitated is just really it's just so amazing. So thanks guys.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for being part of it. And congrats on getting out of the blogosphere and getting into the digital writing world. It's way more fun.
It is. Right. It really is. Thanks so much.
Awesome, Tegan.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Tegan.
sharing that. Monisha, what's going on? And I'm still here. I just gotta plug my laptop in, so I'm still listening.
Hello, I just wanted to say thank you so much for this experience. So for me, the big thing was I was so nervous to publish in public, to be out there. I've been behind the scenes, very, very comfortably behind the scenes, working for so many founders as a strategist who have very big, social first businesses. And so I know how powerful it is, but for years, I've been 6 years been behind the scenes, other people's businesses. And I never had the courage to be like, I'm going to step out and actually do something for myself. I'm even nervous just talking to all of you here, even though I know how lovely you all are. So it's been super great to have this environment. I feel like it's been a very soft digital landing to publishing with this community, and that's been super nice. And to get feedback on my writing is something I really, really value. And so I really appreciate that as well. And so thank you both for creating this week. Yeah.
Well, congrats on stepping out from behind the scenes and making your big debut. The future has started. It's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's awesome, Manisha. I really appreciate you sharing that. All right, so we're at time, but I got a little bit more time. I'm gonna just run right. I got a flight to catch, but I'm gonna be sprinting through the airport, so we make sure everyone who wants to come up on stage gets a chance. So we'll keep it rolling here. Michael, what's going on?
Hey, Michael.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Yeah, like everyone else, it's been a really great experience. I've written for the past 30 days. This is like the first time I've ever even written in general. And as a college student, I think it's helped me a lot. I've few people approached me on Twitter with different opportunities, and I think this is just 10x leveraging pretty much my resume essentially. It's gonna put me in a lot of different opportunities, and I think that's really important. And also, it's also helping me think, helping me learn. I think that's a big thing. When I learn topics, and writing about it makes me understand them 50 times more. So that's also really important. And the cohort has made it really a methodical way of teaching everything. I made it down to a science, which is really helpful. It makes things very organized. And last but certainly not least, other cohort members have been really helpful, and everyone's holding each other accountable. And I think that's the only way to do it. If it wasn't for that accountability, wouldn't have been able to do it for 30 days straight. So thanks everyone, and I'm really happy I was able to do it.
We are too. It's no easy feat getting to the end. But yeah, I mean, using writing as a form, I think that Dickie kind of touched on this too, but using writing as a form of clarifying thinking and doing that in public, something different happens. You perceive yourself in a different way when you do that. So I'm glad that was your experience, Michael. Just the beginning. Beginning.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Michael. Ryan, what's going on?
What's up, Ryan?
Hey guys, Dickie, Cole, just super grateful for what you guys have put together. I know everybody's thanking you, and we all should. I mean, you brought together an incredible group of people, and I think that speaks a lot to kind of who you guys are. I know it sounds a little brown nosing, but I think it's real. Like the level of quality of the people that you brought together speaks a lot to just who you are. I think that this writing every day, I've never done anything every day in my life ever. It's always different, variety for me always. But what it's done is show me that this Ship 30 is kind of like water, and the power water has to erode landscape, like in the Grand Canyon or something. It takes away all the things that you maybe thought you were, and leaves behind some of the things that maybe you didn't know were there. And I know for me that was pretty true. And I don't know that I narrowed down my niche completely just yet, but I'm starting to see some things come around. So I'm just really appreciative of the process. And then I look forward to finding my way onto the captain's table. I guess more to come on that.
Epic. Ryan, a poet, and I hope you know it. I love the water framing. I go write an essay about that. I think that I've never really heard it articulated that way, but I really, really like that. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. And appreciate you. And I hope to see you aboard the captain's table. Much more to come. This is just the beginning.
That's right. Awesome, Ryan. Thanks for sharing that. And thanks for I have seen you a ton throughout this cohort, just popping up everywhere. I really appreciate it. Again, it's all the shippers who have shared so far. You're the reason Ship 30 has been so fun. It's not me and Cole. We show up and we do whatever we want on the call and we talk and it's great, but it's you guys in this community that makes it so special. So a big thank you to everyone. I just wanted to make sure that was clearly known, that as much as Cole and I do, it's you guys that make this so special. So really appreciate that. All right, Natasha, is that Natasha?
Yes, hi.
There we go.
Natasha, hi, I managed. So hello from Germany, from Munich, and hello to all non-native speakers. So I'm speaking for myself. I am, some kind of randomly came upon Dicke's post on LinkedIn, and I got hooked, and I signed for this course without knowing what it is, what am I to expect, how it's going to be. I don't know. It was really, really a challenge. But it was worth every second and every penny I invested. I did not expect anything, and I got so much. And I have no viral post. I did not interact as much as I would. I have nothing special in this as a result. I have no my niche. I did not tackle it, but I did write for 30 days. I collected all the badges, and the best part is I learned so much from you. So I'm in tech, I'm a developer, I'm in sales. So I love frameworks. Cole, your frameworks, or Dickie, your frameworks are great. I always thought writing is a kind of artistic and inspirational and stuff like this. I would never manage this, but I did, because you have frameworks, and I love this. It's more technical than artistic, actually. I never thought of it like this. And all this imposter stuff, oh, I'm not native, and how am I going to talk about anything? Who is going to listen? Okay, it's people listened. So that was the main takeout. And I learned so much, not just as a writer and also as a person. Dickie, I love your posts on productivity, on personal development and everything. I could be your mother, but I still can learn so much from you. So thanks a lot from my heart. If you want to go to Oktoberfest, just give me a message. You can stay with me. It's starting actually in, I guess, 2 days. So that's so much from my side. Thanks a lot, guys. And I'm in the captain's table. I actually
way to go.
I'm continuing writing in English. Thanks a lot.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. First, Natasha, I don't know if we'll make it happen this year, but one of these years we're gonna take you up on the Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. That was my first. I was gonna say that's on the bucket list, so that will be there. I will be in whatever the name of that awesome German garb is that they wear at Oktoberfest. It's a vision of mine. So we will take you up on that. The later
you're staying at my place, it's fine.
Also real quick, I just want to give a huge shout out. I mean, Natasha, and I know you're not the only one. There's a lot of people who take Ship 30 and English is not their first language. And I have just an insane amount of respect for you jumping into that. That is not easy. Obviously, we tell everyone you're welcome to write in whatever language you'd like, whatever's comfortable, whatever you want to do. But the fact that we teach in English, the materials are in English, that is something to be really, really proud of. I have a ton of respect for that as someone who does not speak more than one language. So just amazing. Thanks for just diving into it and embracing it. It's really, really cool.
Thanks a lot for your efforts and for your course. See you.
Awesome. I will see you in Germany. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Natasha. Rory, what's going on?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I just wanted to jump on and say hello from Australia. You can see I'm sitting here in a bloody Toy Story hoodie, being a 90s baby. It's literally 3 a.m. in the morning. I've slept half the night and I'm going to work in 2 hours. So that gives you the idea of how much commitment this course has brought along with everything.
Oh my gosh.
I actually shipped every day, something that I'm extremely proud of because as someone else said, I didn't grab their name, but I've got ADHD. I only was literally diagnosed a year ago. So running a couple of businesses and trying to find the passion of my personal brand and, really trying to really throw everything at it has been great during this this cohort. And I really just wanted to thank you guys individually because since 2019, I've actually done like literally 8 live cohort courses. And I think you guys would be able to remember in 2020, a post that Dickie put on Twitter. I was not active on Twitter at all, but I wandered on one day and it was like, I'm thinking about putting this writing course together. Would any of you guys be keen to write for 30 days online? And then I think a few weeks later, it was like, oh yeah, Nick Cole and I are thinking about doing this thing. I thought at the time, yeah, that's really interesting. And as I said, I've done a lot of these courses and I sort of jumped into this cohort by mistake for August. I was going to do the next one. And I can't say how much it's been like a moment for everything, growth, just the community behind the course. You guys definitely have put a great course together. Digital writing is just absolutely crazy in terms of, the clarity it brings and everything else. So I think like everyone else, I've learned a lot and grown a lot and definitely ready to continue on with the next few cohorts and everything else. I'm part of the First Mates and everything else. So I'm the captain table. So absolutely super stoked to join the rest of the crew and continue on with all the fun. So thanks again, guys. And thanks to everyone in the absolute total cohort. You've all been amazing and I can't wait to see us all grow together.
Epic. Thanks for sharing, Rory. And glad, if it was a happy accident, glad you hopped aboard and, now you're what, 2 months ahead of schedule. Now you're way ahead of schedule.
That's
you got
it.
nothing to worry about.
No, cheers, Nick. Thank you.
That's awesome, Rory. Really appreciate you sharing that, man. And I felt again, there's certain people in the cohort that I just see everywhere. I see their comments, their names, their DMs. It's exciting. It's like, oh, this is happening. You're clearly one of them. Really, really appreciate it and glad to have you on the captain's table. It's gonna be fun. Cool.
All right, guys. Thanks again.
See you, Rory. Hope you enjoy your day at work.
Yes, and thanks for being up at 3 a.m. That's absolutely amazing. That's the coolest part of this whole thing. Awesome.
No worries. I'm nice and warm. It's all good.
There you go. There you go. Awesome.
Hey, Pythia.
Hey, hi, Cole. Hi, Dickie. I'm sorry in advance because I'm going to bring down that average, that 30-day streak crashing down because I was one of the people who unfortunately could not join as planned. But my goal in joining this cohort was for me to start being more consistent online. And I started on the 1st of September and I've kept it up every single day. I created a Twitter account just for this. And I really haven't been too focused on the analytics of the whole thing, because for me, it was just being consistent online. But this has also helped me be consistent with my LinkedIn account. So I don't post the same stuff like I use type share, but I don't use it like automatically to post the same stuff on Twitter and LinkedIn. But I'm being consistent both on Twitter and on LinkedIn. Positioning myself as a copywriter, I've always felt that, I need to really be careful about what I'm writing and how I'm putting it out there. But now it's like on Twitter that I don't have too many followers. No one really knows me on Twitter, so I can just go out there and publish the atomic essays without worrying too much about it. And I just want to say thanks. It's a continued streak for 10 days, and I'm hoping that it's going to continue, and I'm sure it will. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Props. It's okay. if you start, you know, you didn't get into it at first, September is a new month. Every day is a new day. You know, we love saying, as long as you don't miss twice is going to happen. You just get back on board and you keep at it. So really great work, Pythia, and thanks for hopping aboard and being part of it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks so much for sharing. Awesome. Brad, what's going on?
Hey, sorry about that. I have 4 kids I'm dealing with today, 7 and under. So my kids, at least. So no, it's been just real quick, great experience. I got into this for 2 reasons. One is I'm in education technology, and I just wanted to learn more about kind of how you guys are running a course that seems to be getting a lot better outcomes than others, right? And so just a lot of the stuff that I learned from it is fantastic. And, you know, like I learned very differently than many other people. And so seeing like badging and other things like that I'm like, that I personally couldn't care less about, and seeing how people actually engage with it is super interesting to me. And then the second piece is just being willing to put out something that's like, I would say like not necessarily as well thought through as like most of the stuff that I would put out. Right. So, you know, the whole atomic essay concept is fantastic, and you all should get massive kudos for that, because it's like a great forcing function to be like, okay, I'm going to put this out there. It's only 150 to 250 words, and that's it. So if it's not fully, completely explained with like all of the, you know, detailed supporting evidence, like that's okay, right? We can do that at a future point. And every time that I'd started trying to write in the past, I've always kind of got bogged down in that, right? Where it's like everything that I produce is like 6 to 8 hours, right, of work. And so this has really helped me with that, considering I run a company and have 4 kids, right? So you probably hear a bunch of them screaming in the background. So that's it. So thanks, big thanks, and look forward to seeing how, you know, and staying involved in the community, but also like seeing how, you know, the course continues to evolve and the community continues to evolve.
Epic. Well, I'm glad you got so much out of it, Brad. And yeah, I think there definitely is something interesting of whenever you take a course, it's like you're taking it and then you're also, it's very meta. You're assessing how is it all being constructed and taught and everything. And so that's cool. That's cool that you pick up on all that and you're noticing all of that. It's awesome.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Brad. And excited to have you. And good luck with the little ones. Awesome.
All right, thanks.
All right, gang. We got 4 minutes. We got to do rapid fire here. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck in Austin, and I'm not going to be able to be home. And so we got 4 minutes. Let's keep them rapid fire. Want to make sure everyone gets a chance to talk. So that's all we got. Minute.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Big fan of Nick. I've read both of his books, The Art of Writing, and then also Snow Leopards. Yeah, I really like the Ship 30 course. I think I could have done a little bit more better with engaging the community, but I do have a suggestion. If you could make small groups for any next cohort, like 5 or 6 people going together, that helps with more accountability. I think I'm a little bit better, closer to my niche, but I think I still have a long way to go. Thank you again for all the amazing work that you have done. And yeah, great to have you.
Boom. Short and sweet. Awesome recommendation. Appreciate that. Dickie and I will add it to our list to jam on when he's back on Tuesday. Epic.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, man. And I totally agree. We could definitely implement those. Tanya.
Hello, hi. I just wanted to say really quickly, because I know you got to go. Thanks so much. I think this time, the second time around, I've got a lot more out of it, and I was able to think more about bone health and think about the benefits. Because I think a while ago, Dickie made a point where when he writes stuff, he puts 4 points about like what problem I'm solving, benefits I'm unlocking, promise, and then the actions that we just take. So I tried to put that more into my writing. So I think that did make a big difference. And I think this time I was more engaged as well, and it's helped me to like move forward with my writing. So it feels like I feel more motivated to keep going. So thanks very much.
Amazing. Well, I'm glad you got so much out of it. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for being here. I know it's you're always making time, so we really appreciate it, Tanya.
Thank you.
Awesome. Alicia.
Oh, Alicia, you there?
I don't think I have access to Alicia's mic, so we'll keep going with Susan. Susan, what's going on?
Hello, folks. Thank you so much. I also just wanted to take a chance to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to you guys, but really everybody who's been involved, because I think for me, I got an early start to my business, but I manage chronic illness, and my daughter has been diagnosed with a chronic illness in the past year and a half. And so I've had to, really adjust. And so it's kind of a restart of sorts. And while I did build my business online, it was kind of private. Like it was on Facebook in private groups. So not the same thing as being like out there. And so this has been quite the journey for me to feel safe. And I think part of that is the container that you have created, but also everybody else that has been allowing each other to be seen. And I think there's something really magical and supportive that's happened synergistically, just with not having to think about what do I need to write, right? Like I think that the combination of structure that you've given us and then the flow, which is funny because that's kind of what I write about a little bit too. So that yin and yang and that balance of being able to have you guys as my captains, right? So captain, no captain, and being able to have the crew that then is like, we're all on the boat together. So I really have been able to see a rising tide lifts all boats. I'm going to put all the puns in here, and it has been so amazing. I can't thank you enough. It was divine, like just synchronicity that I found you guys. I have no idea how I found you. And I'm super grateful. So thank you.
Epic. Thanks for sharing, Susan. I'm very, very glad you got all of that out of Ship 30. Thanks for being
Yeah,
part
really
of it.
appreciate that. Oh, these are so good. These are so good. Thanks for sharing that, Susan. Daniela.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna make this quick. I wasn't a good shipper. I think I missed 7 still. I came to this cohort with a lot of struggle with having two jobs and just getting sick in the middle of it. But I think the thing that this taught me is that you can't wait for the perfect moment to act. I've been postponing a book that I'm working on for years, and it's because of that, because there's always something that interferes with it. And I loved how motivating was to just see people shipping and posting and interacting and having likes by the community, having comments on that. It was so comforting for me. And I don't know if I will be able to join Captain's Table this time, but I'm sure I will do at some point, because this has been an exponential growth in only 30 days. So thank you very much for all that.
Epic. Thanks for being part of it, Daniela. I'm glad somehow through synchronicity and the internet, we found the connection. So I'm glad it happened.
That's it. Thanks for sharing that, Daniela. Really appreciate it. All right, last but not least, Davidson, and then I'll give a nice little shout out to wrap up this incredible cohort.
Yes. Hello. You hear me?
There we go.
Yes, it's really nice. Sorry, my lighting is not so good, but it's been nice being part of this cohort. And kudos, big ups to Captain Dicky and Captain Cole. I'm all the way from Uganda. It's been quite a smooth journey for me. I've not been a perfect shipper as well, but I've had a tremendous experience, and I feel like I'm out there now. I find I have so much confidence in publishing stuff. His personality, and previously I've been having so much passion for writing. I did have a clear set, and all your guidelines have really put me on a certain course. I really look forward to much more, and the community has been amazing. That is awesome. Thank you so very much.
Awesome, Davidson. We got most of that. I heard all the way from Uganda. That's absolutely amazing, and such a cool way to wrap this up, that this is such a global course, because I speak on behalf of Cole that we always take some time to reflect at the end of these cohorts and recognize just how much your impact is on us. As much as we've impacted you, Ship 30, all of the shippers, they have such an incredible impact on us, what we get to learn, what we get to read, your stories, these stories, they always leave a huge impact on us. So a massive thank you to every shipper from this cohort. A massive thank you to Daniel, to Susie, to all the Ship 30 team. Cole and I, we do nothing compared to all of you. This community, it's built on your actions, your enthusiasm, your willingness to learn, your efforts. And this is always a little bit of an emotional day reading these stories as I get to see all the transformations. So really appreciate everyone taking the time today. Thanks for taking a chance on joining this course. It's not easy to sign up for something like this. It's easy to say, I don't know if this is going to work for me, or is this all hype, or all of this. So again, massive credit to all of you, whether you wrote one day, whether you wrote for 30 days, whether you claimed every badge, whether you claimed no badge, whatever it is, give yourself a pat on the back, because that's what matters. Is you showed up, you took on a new challenge, you learned a lot about yourself, you learned a lot about writing, hopefully. And most importantly, we just want to thank you. Cole and I want to thank you for everything you've done for us during this cohort, because Ship 30 wouldn't be a single thing without this incredible group of people. So we really, really appreciate it. And Cole, you think I missed anything?
That's it. You said it all. Just thanks everyone for being part of it. Chat's been blowing up. I'm super hyped. I always leave one of these and I'm like, I just got energy for days. So I appreciate everyone going out on a limb, hopping up and sharing your experience. Really, really cool.
That's right. And I can't wait to keep everyone going. If you come back for a future cohort, if you're in the captain's table, we kick that off onboarding next Monday. That's going to be huge energy, and very, very excited for that. So thanks again, everyone, for joining. This has been by far the best cohort. Energy, enthusiasm, everything top to bottom. Thanks so much. And here's to much more writing in the future. And once a shipper, always a shipper. Be sure to reach out.
Always a shipper.
That's the way to go. So thank you all so much. But before you go, got to get my screenshot so I can tweet this out.
Gotta do it.
Gotta get our screenshot, our day 30 screenshot. Get your hats on if you got, oh, Wynn's got a captain's hat. Look at that. That's amazing. All right, ready? Thumbs up, big smiles. 3, 2, 1. I got it. Awesome. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. Here's to continuing to write, and I can't wait to see everyone in the future. Have a good one.
Awesome. Happy Sunday. See everyone.